How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about CEI, Camber Energy, that ended up having a green day on the Friday. Many people have been asking me, what do I think it's going to do on the Monday and as well as for the rest of the week? So it's part of the reasons why I put this video together, so you have some sort of a strategy. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know those key levels in a bearish case scenario and as well as in a bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. The reason why this is important in regards to the short interest, it will have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. Why is this important? We want to know what the buying behavior was like on the institutional side and as well as on the retail side on the Friday. And then when all of that is done, we'll be jumping into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Camber Energy. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $1.32, being up 6.45%. On the low, it tested $1.20, and then on the high, testing $1.38. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 67.012 million shares, and then for the average volume over 10 trading days, being at 57.273 million shares. So you could see right away, we had that above average volume on the day, and we ended up seeing some strength in Camber. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 46.07. And then when we take a look at our moving averages on the chart, we have strength above the 100-day, the 200-day, but we are below the 50-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. So as far as support is concerned, we've been holding it very well right around this $1.19. Let's call it the $1.20 level. Of course, we've been having some consolidation, which I was telling you guys about, and we end up seeing a high on the Friday of $1.38. So what you want to see going into Monday, I want to see us get to the 21-day EMA here at $1.44. This will be a clear area of resistance. As you can see, this was an area of resistance in the past, back on the 22nd and as well as the 25th. So taking this in mind, you want to see Camber reach this area and then have some momentum so we can get above $1.50. I feel if we can get above $1.50 and get right here to around where the 50-day is at $1.57, we can start bringing in a lot of traders into the play. But to start with, because let's just take some baby steps here, I would love to see Camber at least get to $1.44. And if we decide to consolidate and also show stronger areas of support, I wouldn't be mad at that either, because then we can look forward to having that strong pop when it does occur. So let's see how Camber performs on Monday and for the rest of the week. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for CEI. Scrolling down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So you can see it's been looking really good as far as recent institutional filings. I think we've already covered the ones for November the 2nd, but just to go over it very quickly, the one that's most noticeable is Commonwealth Equity Services, which has over 110,000 shares for a position, and then right behind it we have Precision Wealth Strategies going in with just over 42,000 shares. So what we are seeing, institutions have been loading up. And also just to quickly take a look at Belvedere Trading LLC with 266,320 shares. So this is a good thing to see in regards to Camber Energy stock and institutional interest. Now when we take a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 23.90%, and then for the dark pool short volume being at just over 9.2 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, short shares availability is at 1.9 million, updated just now. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 6.69%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of November the 4th, which was Thursday that just passed, it was at 19.21. And now we see for November the the 5th, which was yesterday, on the Friday close being at 23.90. So you can see it has gone up, but one thing that is clear, CEI does continue to have short squeeze potential because it still fulfills the criteria that we normally look for, which is 21% or higher. So yes, there is negative market sentiment building up for CEI stock, but it works in our favor because if there's a lot of buying pressure coming into the play, then we can look forward to seeing some moves to the upside. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for CEI. So we can see here on the inflow, it was 16,346, and then on the outflow, it was 15,248. When we take a look at the breakdown on the large, we had 6,587. On the medium, we had 7,512. And then on the small, we had 2,247. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 5,020. On the medium, it was 7,789. And then on the small, it was 2,439. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for November the 5th, Friday that just passed, being at 1,566.86 being an inflow, and the 4 days prior to that were all outflows. So what this shows us, yes, we did have institutions that were probably loading up on shares for the Friday. When we take a look at the breakdown even further, in regards to the small side, you could see there was a good amount of buying and there was a good amount of selling, but we mostly had selling. And when we take a look at the medium, you can see there was more selling than we had buying. And then when you take a look at the large though, of course, we ended up having more buying than we had selling. And this can possibly be institutions who are loading up on shares. And now when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it is at 26.85%. No shocker there because there is a lot of traders going in and out of this play. Let's be real here. But we do have a good amount who are actually holding their positions as well. So just know that's going to contribute to the volatility you see inside of this stock. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for CEI Camber Energy, I really want to see it get past that resistance at $1.38, make that move to $1.44. There will be some pressure there, but if we can get past it, then we can look forward to seeing that move to $1.50. Because if we can get that particular scenario, then I could see Camber really start taking off because it will gain the attention of more traders and bring up more volume inside of the stock. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. It still fulfills our criteria at 21% or higher. Again, this is why buying pressure is very essential for this play. And we also do see, as far as for the filings from recent institutional ownership, institutions have been loading up on shares as well. Am I saying automatically this is going to make the stock go to the moon? No, but what I am telling you is you can look forward to seeing a nice spike. So if you're in this for the short term, of course you can continue to take advantage of the fluctuations that are in the play. For anyone who's holding shares, then I'd highly suggest to make sure that you time your entries correctly. The last thing that you want to do is go blindly and buy at the top and you're just sitting and you're waiting. Again, take advantage of those dips, but only do this upon doing your homework and doing your due diligence. Because one of the things that I find to be crazy is when you invest thousands of dollars into a particular stock and you don't even know what the company is about. I want to put an end to that. If you're really going to be putting in a significant investment into any stock of any sort, do your homework. If you're not going to do your homework, you shouldn't be putting your money in that play, because if it does pull back, then you're going to be more likely to sell out of your position, or you just miss out on better opportunities that you could have gotten into. And I want to make sure I really emphasize this, because you'll go on YouTube and a lot of channels will say, this is going to the moon, this is going to skyrocket all the way there. But at the end of the day, it is your money. And I want to make sure if you're going to put it in the stock market, you're going to do it wisely. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.